So I've been working at Domino's for a little bit over 2.5 years, and I wanted to make this video to share my thoughts and tell y'all a little bit about how my time has been working for Domino's, mostly part-time over the past 2.5 years, and a few of the things I've learned about working as a delivery driver. And maybe you take something away from this and you decide that you want to or you don't want to get a delivery job, or you're just here to see what it's like. But I am in Florida, and I'm in a decently small town. The store's very busy still. Probably not compared to like bigger cities, but still pretty busy, a lot of business. And I got this job as soon as I turned 18, I applied to like all the delivery places because that's the job I wanted. This is my first real job. I got it in my senior year of high school, and I've had it until today. Today's my last day, so I decided to make this video as like an overlook of the past 2.5 years. So next I want to talk about the actual work that you do. Obviously, main job, deliver some pizzas. But whenever it's slow, you do have a few tasks on the inside. But depending on where you live at, ours is rarely really slow. So if you live in a like a super populated city, I'm sure you're in and out all day. But we'll get days here where it's very slow. So you end up having to fold some boxes, clean some stuff, do some dishes, a little bit of work with the food, and answer phones, take orders, stuff like that. But that is whenever it's slow. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, you're in your car driving. So that's the main part of your job, is walking back and forth from houses in the store, in and out of your car all day. So know that you're getting into that, and if that doesn't sound appealing to you, then this is definitely not the job. So I want to talk about the big thing with this job is the fact that you cannot plan anything, at least in my experience, after work. Like if you have something, like say you're scheduled till like 4 to 10 o'clock shift, do not plan something at 10:30, because you're going to be staying until 10:30, like minimum, sometimes even later. So the schedule is nothing to go by, because you will get a rush late into the night and then you'll be there all night. So if you want a job that's very specific on getting you in and out at a specific time, then this is definitely not the job, at least in my experience at my store. And like I said, I've worked there for 2 years, and 99% of the time, I think I probably got off on time. Maybe I could probably count it on two hands how many times I've got off on my actual scheduled time. So the really great thing about this job, though, it's great for people like me. What I use it for, a part-time job. So 20 hours a week. And the coolest thing about it is that, at least in my experience, it's very flexible to your schedule. If you need a certain day off, or you have a schedule, like say you're going to college or something, Domino's, as a delivery driver, you're able to set days that you do and don't want to work. About the fact that you do obviously use your own car for this job. So I would recommend a reliable car, and something that's not like a sports car or something like that. Like, it can be fun, but my whole time I've delivered, I've been in a two-door, and it's been low to the ground, and it sucks getting into places sometimes, and it really sucks like getting food in and out of your car in a two-door. It's just not the way to go. But if you have one, it's not the end of the world. You can make it happen. I've been doing it for a very long time, but that's just something I've learned, that sometimes if I ever use my mom's car, she has a truck, a four-door truck, and it's much easier. So I would say definitely get you a reliable car, something that sits a little bit higher up, because you're gonna have to be going into ditches and stuff like that to deliver to all these people with terrible driveways and whatnot. So definitely keep that in mind. So the biggest thing, and reason why a bunch of you might be watching this, is how much money do you make? Is it worth the work? And I'll say that for how much work you do, which is not a lot at all, it's very minimum. It's very minimal amount of work that you're doing. You're literally just driving around and delivering pizzas. You get paid a decent amount, and that's why I've stayed with this job for so long, is because it's really good for my schedule. Whether I'm going to school or I want to do something, it works right around it. And I'm making decent money at it. Most nights I'll walk out with a $18 average. That's with tips included. So and then you'll have some nights where you'll walk out with a $25 average. So where I work, you get $8 an hour, and then I like to average my tips by how many hours I work, and that gives me my hourly. Alright, last thoughts, since it's getting kind of late and I gotta have my light on now for y'all to see me. But overall, really solid job. Like I said, especially for people who are in schooling, or in college, whatever, or someone who needs a flexible schedule. I have there's a lot of people at work who do full-time, and they still make, they still make a lot of money as well, so you can do it full-time. As long as you don't mind walking places a little bit. You're mostly in your car, listening to music, podcasts, talking to someone, and it's a very chill job, and you get freaking paid for it. It's ridiculous how much money you can actually make at this job. Alright, so last little video for some ending thoughts. I just got off my last shift and walked out with $100 on the dot, and I'm pretty happy with leaving on that note. I'm super relieved to be done. Not because it was a bad job, but because I'm just kind of a little burnt out and ready to move on. But back to what I was saying, it's a very good job for all the reasons I listed. If you're someone that is cool with being alone with yourself at work, this is definitely the job. But the biggest thing I can recommend is make sure to have a reliable car, because you will put miles and wear on your car. But they do pay you mileage and gas money, but you're still using your own car, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video. I'm tired. That's really all I have left to say, and if you have any comments or anything, I'll reply to them. Just put them down. And if you enjoyed me talk about this, press the like button. I just started my YouTube channel. This is like one of the first videos I'm making, so let me know if you thought it was interesting or entertaining.